Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Free Comic Book Day 2025 Fantastic Four Giant Size X-Men. Ooh, really like that. And this is showcasing some kind of like Fantastic Four stuff on the back as well, looking into ones that you can get into and going on right now. Especially like the current run. This is pretty much utilizing it for showcasing the Fantastic Four that's getting its relaunch in July, with North, who's still the current writer and going to be going forward, and then Ramos is the artist. And this is a nice, great kind of story. Now, the weirdness is that I know it's a different kind of artist. It's mainly down to the way Reed looks in certain kind of instances. That's kind of strange, but it's not really that big of a kind of deal. So we start off, and we're here. We're the Fantastic Four. We're supposed to be testing our teleporter, but instead it brought us here to an unknown alien world. This is so freaking awesome. And I love how it's done by each of the Fantastic Four like that. And I love this. The summoning, it worked. Summoning? You're the Death Master, right? Not the Death Master, no. Greeting, alien kids. I'm the Human Torch, and this here is the Thing, the Invisible Woman, and Guy Stretch-O-Matic. That's not my name. Reed Richards, also known as Mr. Fantastic, at your service. So, I really like zooming in on the kids and then seeing like the Fantastic Four. Reed's face here is kind of a little bit strange for me, but then it kind of evens out more. And of course, we've got Johnny's crazy... His hair is definitely kind of crazier than normal here, at least for me. And of course, he's got the mustache and everything. We was testing our teleporter, but wait, teleporter? What are you talking about? We summoned you here with the cursed symbol of the Death Master. Wait a second, hold on. Is this a sleepover? How'd you know? Oh my gosh, this is adorable. You're playing summoning demons at a sleepover, just like we used to. I love it. Sue's able to just home in on what they're kind of doing. This symbol you made, these are metal shavings? Obviously. That was our idea to make it real. Always watch out for that stuff. Don't unless you... Okay, put it this way. If you ever by some chance do attempt to do some kind of demoning, summoning kind of thing, always have kind of a backup plan. I mean, this worked out for the kids here. But if perchance you actually do summon a demon, you're gonna need fucking something to deal with it, depending upon if it's a complete and utter asshole. And this shape is rectified 5-simplex, a semi-regular polytope. Incredible. Without realizing it, by complete coincidence, you stumbled upon a configuration that produces a resonant attractor of space-time apertures. Of course! It's also clear, especially to me, who definitely knows what a semi-regular polytope is. Suppose we explain it in simpler terms, just for funsies. I really kind of like how the paneling kind of works, and how it kind of just like gives you different kind of movement structures throughout this whole thing. In this shape, this alien metal is naturally attracted to the open end of wormholes, especially artificial ones. And so while intending to travel elsewhere, we accidentally ended up here. And I like having the scientific explanation and a explanation that can be utilized for a wider audience. It's not dumbing it down, it's making sure that you can communicate it effectively. And that's what they do here. That's what I really liked about North's Run. Wait, if that's the case, then what's to stop others from ending up here too? I'm just saying... So everyone's as sociable as your friendly neighborhood Fantastic Four, right? Great Scott, we have to. Yeah, and I really like Ben's look there. It's like, yeah, we gotta do something here. And, of course, holy Hannah, stay back, kids. Other kind of deep, fucking crazy-ass things are going on. And, of course, we get a tease for Imperial, which is coming this summer as well. Hold up, they look scary, and I'll bring a force field to protect us just in case, but there's a chance these creatures might be friendly. Okay, never mind. I'm glad that Sue at least attempted to have that benefit before they start going hambo. I need to keep these kids safe and find a way to send all of us back where we belong. On it, honey. It's clobbering time. It's like, yes! We haven't gotten a lot of clobbering time in the run, but I'm glad we got some clobbering time here. And, like, saying it. I mean, it's still there. Ben does clobber some shit, but it's good to have the clobbering time. You look like deep-sea monsters, adapted to total darkness. I wonder how you would handle bright light. Flame on! At least this one's got a weakness. Ben, might I trouble you for a clobber? Oh, we're being formal, are we? Well then, my good matchstick, 'twould be a pleasure. And here's my Sunday best punch, just for you, Toothy, as they start taking them out. Now, you'd probably be confused because I've just reviewed one where they're losing their powers. Well, they're getting a relaunch that's probably going to fix that kind of scenario, so hold on for it. It works. We'll see how that kind of works out. I believe it should be possible to rearrange these strange metals to reopen our space-time apertures. By the way, Street Sharks was the one that I was talking about in the previous Fantastic Four one. Figure that out. Street Sharks, that one's crazy. Since we're talking about deep-sea creatures and stuff, to reopen our space-time apertures, I just need a few more moments. Any time we can buy for you, honey, we're buying. But it's incredible. They're sensing me even when I'm invisible. It's like, yeah, watch out for that. Unfortunately for this ravenous creature, this meal bites back. Yep. And as for you, fire cage. So you can stay put, big guy. Just one more adjustment to the shape, and yes, I've got it. Now we just need to push these creatures back onto the modified platform. I got mine and Johnny's in position. Reed, can you get yours over? Sue, darling? I believe I can. As he pretty much pogo springs the motherfucker into there. It's like, yep. And that is how you do it, kids, as we see them going back. And they're like, that was amazing. We gotta summon these guys all the time. Whoa, kids. No. You're lucky you got some good guys this time. Hello, pleased to meet you. Human Torch at your service. But next time, you might not be so lucky. We're humans, by the way. Not sure if I mentioned that. That's how my name makes sense. We're going to return to our world now. Please don't make this resonant attractor again. It's far too dangerous. As we see them going back. It's like, oh, we are absolutely doing that again. And, of course, the next night, ready? The finishing touch, and, hey, kids, figured we'd be up to this again. Of course, it's Ben popping up. And I'm glad, I like how this is handled out. They asked them not to do it again. They did, but they're like, hold on. Though I bet you'd at least wait a week. Looks like I owe Johnny a Coke. Old Big Brain figured out a way to stop this shape of yours from grabbing anyone teleporting again, so it's safe. That's the good news. But we'll have to scanner on our end to see when you make one. So you got yourselves a way to reach the Fantastic Four whenever you need us. See, they fixed the problem, but also made it a potential solution for other things for the kids. And right now's not an emergency, is it? No, we were just bored, I guess? And your parents are upstairs, right? Yes, sir. Well, heck, if you kids want to see if they're up for a family trip to a strange new world, yes, please. We call it Earth, and listen, we got this thing called ice cream that you're gonna love. And I love this. He doesn't go Hambo crazy on him. We don't get the Fantastic Four yelling at him. It's like, listen, you almost got killed last time, right? So, let's go talk to your parents. You're kind of bored. How about you have a strange trip to a world? And it's like, alright, cool. And of course, showing Fantastic Four issue 1, July 2025, lining up, of course, with the Fantastic Four movie. Now, from the ashes, a new beginning. This really doesn't line up with anything other than Ms. Marvel is now a mutant. And they're doing giant-sized ones that are doing stuff with old-school kind of X-Men stuff. We pretty much get all these rests pretty much making a new team. Cyclops kind of battling them. We've got a lot of people. It's like we get a lot of kind of cool stuff going on with like Cyclops blasting them, calling them out on not being a team really. Some helping out, some not. Scott pretty much talking about that they're fighting the General. This one kind of lines up more with kind of Jed McKay's kind of thing of what we've been getting in X-Men. We see that Cyclops pretty much beats the fucking shit out of these guys. Because they're not acting like a team. We see them kind of flying off, Storm doing her shit, blasting out, being the power of a goddess, but Cyclops is able to kind of like get out and knock her out. And Colossus kind of calling him out like, what the fuck's going on here, man? But a home. No, this fight isn't optional, Colossus. It comes for us whether we seek it or not. And when it does, there's no you, there's only us. And if we rise, it's only together. And not as humans, not as individuals, and not as soldiers, but as X-Men. You weren't wrong, old friend. The new recruits are rough as hell around the edges. And there's only so much a few hours in the danger room will do. Trust me, Scott, they'll be ready. It's not just about ready. I can't lose another team. These people need to understand what they're walking into. They need to be afraid, because I sure as hell am. Yeah, well, fun fact, I'm not. I know you, Scott Summers, and I know them. What happens next is one of the best stories ever told. Now give me a second to get myself ready, huh? After all, if I'm going to save the entirety of mutant history, Ms. Marvel's got to wear the X. It's like, okay, cool. What's Ms. Marvel doing in the past? Find out in Giant Size X-Men issue 1 on sale this month. And of course, they're doing other ones as well. We also get a kind of crazy one of Wolverpool and Dead Vereen, as like this couple gets shot into like this kind of universe and just like are like kind of going around. It's really kind of weird, kind of funny. Bringing up also that they're just kind of like bouncing around. They're trying to get back into the real world, trying to become a live action version. And the thing is, they start in this Free Comic Book Day one, and they're trying to get into an actual one. And it's funny that his wife has like murderous kind of tendencies, and he's like, no, we'll keep it cool on the murder before being like, you know what, Paul from The Amazing Spider-Man being like, just fucking kill his ass. It's a weird kind of crazy one. The art's kind of cool and works out pretty well with like the action and everything. It's just a very strange one. It's like, I did not expect this one. Now, I rather do prefer Peter and Mary Jane together. I don't actively hate Paul. He's an interesting character that they've really done nothing with. But I kind of understand why you wouldn't really do much with him, because a lot of, well, I don't know how many people, but it's got negative sentiment of like, you're taking MJ away from Peter kind of shit, when we were on track to kind of getting Peter with MJ again, at least before the run with Zeb Wells and the whole Paul thing happened. But overall, I enjoyed this one. I really liked the Fantastic Four one. It's a nice one to kind of get you to understand who the Fantastic Four are, where they're kind of at, understand the kind of synergy that we're getting with the creative team in July. So if you've been liking the Fantastic Four so far, and you want to kind of get a preview of what's coming, definitely look into this one. The Giant Size X-Men, it more just seemed like a teaser of what we've already known. I mean, the art's great. I like seeing the fight scenes of like Cyclops and the rest of them kind of going on. I'm just like, I'm okay. I'm liking the X-Men that I've been reading, which is Jed McKay, and it's just the X-Men one that I'm reading at the moment. That's been really good so far. Then there's, of course, the Uncanny and the Exceptional. And then we've got the really weird little thing at the back end, which it's cool. I'm glad we have it there. I'm just like, okay. It's definitely going to only be for certain kind of people. So if you don't like it, I completely understand that. So I would definitely recommend at least this one if you're into the Fantastic Four and you want some X-Men action. This would definitely be for you to kind of check out and check in for your local comic book shop. Yeah. So those are my opinions on the Free Comic Book Day book. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.